of a liability account. What if I said you credit a revenue account? You say you're nuts. But think about this for a moment. When governments borrow money, right? For instance, the United States Treasury, isn't it like a revenue to them? Always wonder that, right? How do they finance their operation, right? Unfortunately, that's the case, which it shouldn't be, and we'll talk about that too. So there are many differences which we'll talk about as we go through the class itself. And the accounting practices are different from business organization because the purpose is different. Governments do what? They provide services to people. Businesses do what? They sell services or goods and products, right? The other big thing is the second point, financed by resource providers who do not expect benefits proportional to the resources they provide. Think about this for a moment. And what you have to think about is, let's say you own a home and you pay property taxes. You own a $500,000 home somewhere in the suburbs, and your property tax bill comes in. You have no kids. Your neighbor has a couple of kids who go to school. Do you both pay the same taxes? Yes, we both pay the same. My property taxes are what? They're the same. This other neighbor is sending 3 kids to school, right? Which is being paid through by your property taxes. You have none. Do you get a discount on your property taxes? No. So that's what that means, is you do not expect benefits proportional to the resources they provide. Yeah.
Theoretically, though, couldn't you make the argument that by paying that tax, you expect a better school district? And even if you don't have
yes, yes.
your resale value.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It's one side of the equation. What's your name, by the way?
Rob.
Rob. Okay. Good point. Very good. And we'll talk about this. What I want to do is I want to introduce to you the concept that some of the participants involved in government transactions are not your willing participants. They don't, you know, if it were up to them, they'd say, well, I should really be paying only this. But that's how that works. So this by itself raises a whole lot of issues. Because if you're paying property taxes, and we'll talk about, then you need to know how the money is